y'all, you know what this is? This is the first drink of that nasty supplement that I've been taking 3 times a day for the past week, but today's the first day of the last week, so we are back down to twice a day. I think, I need to double check, but I think that goes on for 3 or 4 days, and then it's back to once a day. So we are now at the very end of this cleanse and repair program, and I'm just like, I can't believe it, but I'm also like sick of it. Today's the first day I can introduce meat back into my diet. However, it's the same restrictions as the week prior to the no meat week, which means that pretty much no meat but chicken, fish, and specific fish too. Obviously fish that, well, maybe not so obvious, fish that is that's mercury content is much lower, so no tuna at all. And then occasional lamb. It's supposed to be occasional meat as well, because the liver part of it, you're supposed to basically stay away from meat, which is why they have that 1 week with no meat. But before I drink this, I wanted to, share that. So right now I'm going to be drinking this, taking this pack of pills, and then I'll go and I'll take the other like liquid supplements. And I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. I'm not really that hungry. Like, I'm a little hungry, but I'm not that hungry. I kind of want to wait until we go to the store so I can pick up like some chicken, because we don't really have a whole lot of meat right now that I can eat here at home. Like, of course we have bacon and bison patties, but I can't even fucking have that, so it's not of a lot of help. I'm also running out of fruit, and I have no zucchinis anymore. Actually, I think I have 1 zucchini left, but yeah, I think ever since I started till now, I've lost about 5 pounds. I'm just gonna stop talking because the vacuum's on now. Just got home from celebrating my friend's party at a club. I was almost not gonna go because I was getting major cramps. Started bleeding. You know how that goes. And I made myself go because I needed to be there for my friend. But it was going to be especially hard because since I'm still on the cleanse, no alcohol. And it's always been a bit harder for me to want to participate when I'm not under the influence because of like being shy and other things that get in the way. But I was able to actually do that tonight. And I actually had a good time, so that was new for me. Let's put him down. I just wanted to do a quick update. I ended up getting sort of like a cold about a day and a half ago. It didn't get like horrible, but it definitely made me feel under the weather. And at this point, I think I'm just laughing at things in my life because I am, let's see, like 4 days away from completing this 6-week cleanse and repair program. And I feel like during the entirety of the program, shit has been hitting the fan in different ways. And every single one of those things would have been the perfect excuse for me to just rely on comfort foods and go back to my regular eating habits, or to just completely drop a program. And although in the past those were valid for me, and I'm not saying that nobody should ever stop doing what they said they were going to do because of life events, it seemed to be like my perfect opportunity to prove that this bitch ain't gonna quit. And it's been difficult, especially the last 3 days. I don't want to say the cravings have been real, but I've definitely felt like I just wanted to rely on like a warm cup of milk or coffee or hot chocolate and some cookies, and I can't have any of that. And it was kind of like a way to soothe myself, because usually when I'm sick or when I'm feeling like not that great, if I can't control other areas in my life that have to do with me feeling that way, I will try to compensate by using food to bring in some joy that I feel was taken from me due to situations. And it's all perspective, first of all, right? But when you're in it, you don't feel like being the bigger person. You don't feel like looking at the other perspective. You don't feel like sitting in your gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to like be like, no, fuck that. Like, give me this and give me that, because I am an adult. I am well within my right to give myself whatever it is that I think that I need so that I can feel better. However, this was such a huge opportunity for me to prove to myself that I am a disciplined person, and that it is not impossible for me to be disciplined, and that is more important than these momentary wants. And that's not a place that's easily arrived in the heat of the moment, number one, but also in general, especially after you feel like you've been like maybe not giving yourself everything that you want or need because you aren't maybe, you know, very well off financially, or, you know, maybe you don't have the best friendships, or maybe you don't have friends, or you maybe don't have a significant other that supports you, or you don't have one at all, or your family's not there for you. So like when you have all these other things missing, it's even easier to just comfort yourself with this food. And I'm not going to tell nobody what to do and what not to do, and I've definitely done that in the past, but trying to really heal that relationship within myself really has taught me what I'm capable of. And I've done this on numerous occasions with other things, obviously, like, as we all have. I don't care who you are, everybody's accomplished something. Whether you think it's worthy of celebration or not is a whole different story, you know? But yeah, it's been really important for me to kind of prove to myself that even if I'm not working every day on my business like I really want to, or even if I'm not perfect with my relationships or with anything else, I at least can say that I saw this fucking 6-week program out. And that feels like a fucking lot, because there's a difference between, oh, like for example, my degree. That shit was hard as fuck. I will not lie about that. And it took me so many more years than your average person who graduates from high school, goes straight into a UC or a university, and then just goes all the way through. Like, that was not my trajectory. And I don't know, maybe I'll talk about my journey later on. But that shit was difficult as fuck, and it felt like I was never going to finish. And luckily, like, I'm done. I just got an email, I think it was last week, telling me to confirm my address so they could send me my actual bachelor's degree, the physical paper, you know. And I'm like, damn, like, that's crazy, because I didn't really want to talk about it until they had fully approved my grad application. I didn't want to talk about it until I had that paper in my hand, because it just feels like I didn't do that. But of course I did. I mean, I didn't go through all that educational trauma for nothing, right? But damn, I be going off. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying anymore. I mean, apart from the fact that that happens all the time to me, I'm also like a little fuzzy in the head. I think I got kind of like a head cold, to be honest. I think I'm diagnosing myself with that. I feel like I'm almost out of the woods though. But yeah, I only have 4 more days left, and I'm done with this. Okay, I know what I was gonna say. So I used my degree as a comparison, because even though it took me forever to accomplish, I did have breaks. Not like, oh, I took a year off type of breaks. I don't even think I ever took a whole summer off in the last 3 or 4 years. But, you know, you have, like, let's just say spring break, which is a week off, or Christmas, which is Christmas, or winter break, which is, I think, maybe 2 or 3 weeks off. I don't know, I forget. But during those breaks, obviously you're not going to school. You don't have to worry about driving there, getting there. You don't have to worry about getting to class. You don't have to worry about assignments or anything like that. So you have somewhat of a break. And then even when you're in school, you decide whether you're going to study on the weekends or not. You decide when you're going to do your assignments. So you're picking your on and off the clock time. But during this 6-week program, I can't be off. It's always on. So I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to have a cookie today and then I'll resume the program tomorrow. Or I'm going to go ahead and eat what I'm not supposed to eat this week after 5 p.m., but then I'll resume it at 8 p.m. Like, there's no breaks. The whole day, you need to be under those guidelines. If not, you basically threw everything in the trash. Now, another big incentive has been my health, my dedication to my physical body, to my organs, and also the money aspect of it. Because it was not cheap. And yes, thankfully, you know, my partner gifted it to me, so I didn't have to pay out of pocket. But still, it's not cheap. And it's like, I'm not going to spend like over $600 in just supplements for 6 weeks to just only do it for like a week and then throw the rest of it out the window because I didn't have enough discipline. And like I said, like that, those first things, like the dedication to my physical body, the dedication to my organs, that is self-love, baby. So if I can't do this for my own body, my vessel, then where am I when it comes to self-love, you know? And my self-love journey is a whole other story that I could get into, because I was one of those people that didn't think that I needed to work on myself in that department. Like, I was like, self-love, bitch, I'm good. Like, I don't have issues with self-love. Like, I'm fucking Gucci. And that was not the case. I was very delusional. But obviously much better now. But to me, like, finishing the program is also a testament to the dedication that I have to my body, you know? But yeah, the last few days, like I said, everything that's been going on has been like thing after thing after thing, you know? And I'm just like so close to being like, but why don't I just cut it off a little early? Like, it's only a few more days. Like, what huge transformation is going to happen in these last few days if I just, you know, like, have a little this or have a little that? And I'm like, damn, like, you're willing to throw away this entire process at the end? Like I think that's even worse, because you're almost at the end. Like, what's a few more days? It ain't shit. Especially after you did all you did, because now we're talking about like over a month. But damn, yeah, it really is like, really made me work with myself, you know, psychologically. But I'm definitely feeling stronger mentally. And yeah, I've continued to lose weight, but it's not a dramatic weight loss, and this is not supposed to be a weight loss like type of thing. Some people do lose weight and some people don't. It just really depends how and what you're eating, the timing, and all that other shit. The reason I'm losing weight is because I'm actually on a calorie deficit. And that wasn't exactly by choice. It kind of just happened to be that way because I just wanted to eat what I could as simply as possible without overcomplicating the process, and then following my hunger cues, but also not being a slave to my stomach. Like, I can stay hungry for a little bit and it's not going to be the end of the world. It doesn't mean that I'm starving myself either. And I think a good testament to know that I was doing okay was the fact that I was having amazing workouts at the beginning of this. I say at the beginning because the last workout that I had, I was feeling a little depleted, but it was also during my no meat week. So when you pull meat out of a diet and you're not really supplementing it with what meat was giving to you, then you're going to be depleted. And I was really just trying to get through that week without eating meat. I wasn't really trying to be super nutritionally savvy. And also, I was eating even fewer calories because I pulled out the meat. I was trying to compensate with other foods like beans and rice. Obviously, like, I've been eating fruit the whole time, but it just wasn't the same. So I really did notice what's the word? I really did notice a dip in my performance when I pulled out the meat. That was last week. Right now, like I said, I'm on my last week of the whole program, and meat's back on the menu. That always reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Okay, anyways. So, I'm eating wheat. No, I'm not eating wheat. I'm eating meat now. I had lamb 2 days in a row, and it was so fucking good. Um, yeah. Oh, I think also, like, I also got my period a few days ago. So, like, the day that I got my period, like, literally the day after is when I got sick. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is a coincidence. I go a whole week without meat, and during that week I have a workout that feels like really like not the best. And then I get my period late, by the way, like 4 days, and I feel like all of that shit's connected. And then I get sick. But I'm back to eating meat. I feel like I just got a little cold. No big deal. I'll get over it in a little bit. And it just felt like another test. It felt like, okay, so, there's been death in your family. Your dog got sick. You thought you were going to lose him too. There's been expenses left and right. You're still in the middle of trying to launch your business. Oh, by the way, we're going to be doing a little pop-up shop stand this next coming week that we have to prepare for. And we're so behind schedule on everything. It's ridiculous. Trying to fight executive dysfunction in the middle of everything. And now you're going to get sick. Is it still not enough for you to stop it with a 6-week plan? And I'm like, bitch, I'm passing the test. I don't give a fuck. I'm passing them. I've taken so many tests in my life physically because of school. And I have passed and failed a lot of them. But one thing I know how to do is I know how to fucking pass the test. So I'm passing this one. I just wanted to check in real quick because it's been a minute and I've just been feeling funky. When I don't share like openly like this for YouTube, I feel weird. It's interesting how much YouTube has really helped me. And that's why, like, sometimes when I think about, like, I get too much into my head about what I'm going to talk about, or, trying to talk about things that people might be interested in, I have to, like, reel it back, because at the end of the day, YouTube has helped me so much that it kind of leads me to believe that I'm not on YouTube for anybody first. I'm on YouTube for myself first. Like, the amount of... It's just done so much for me. But, yeah, this video is already long as fuck. But I'm so glad because this 6-week cleanse and repair program is almost over, which means this series is almost over. And I don't even know how much footage I have because I have not backtracked or tried to even edit anything yet. So, who knows when you'll see this shit. But it's been a fucking journey.